It is the 14th of July 1946, and Africa is about to get ready for the final stage of our struggle for liberty, and that is to get rid of the Axis. Now, the Allies are no more in Africa, except for some of the surrounding islands where we don't have an awful lot that we can do about it. But the Axis are controlling a relatively vast territory. There is an incursion of the German Reich. There's some Vichy France here, a province in Guinea that's controlled by Spain, and Northern Africa, which is both controlled by Spain and Vichy France. The problem is that Spain is in the Axis. So once we are declaring war on Spain, we're fully expecting that we'll be at war with everybody. This means we are going to have to, as quickly as possible, cut them off from the ports, because as you can see, the Soviet Union is not going to be lasting an awful lot longer. So if we have a current look at the current wars, the German-Soviet war is about wrapping up. The Soviet Union is 93% towards capitulation, which means that once that war is complete, the Germans are going to be in possession of that and have nothing better to do, because I don't think they have the naval capacity to invade the British. Let's see if we can actually figure that out. Do we know anything about the German Navy? Not an awful lot. We know that they have a decent amount of ships. We know that the British have a lot more. And we know that the Americans don't actually have an awful lot left, probably because they've been stomped on by the Japanese. So the Italians as well have not large, but they have some amount of navy remaining, which means, given that there are some British holdings in Cyprus, for some reason they haven't the Italians haven't taken these islands, and they're still holding Malta. But Sardinia and Corsica are still Free France as well. That said, if the British pull back to, defend themselves against the Germans, given that the Germans have really nothing better to do, the Mediterranean might come under Italian control, or at least sufficiently such that the Italians can launch naval invasions, say from Crete, because they are controlling Greece, because the Allies have completely failed in liberating that. Which also means that theoretically the whole North African coast is threatened. And I'm sure the Italians would love nothing better than to invade somewhere along the coastline, cut off our supply lines, because we're looking at that, we are building currently a single railroad to go through the desert and connect our supply hubs here, such that we don't need to rely on transports to make this happen. But that's still in the works. And there's also the matter of French Syria, because French Syria is an Axis member, which means we also need to defend ourselves here. And it is imperative that we are taking the port of Beirut. Everything else we can deal with later, but Beirut we need to take. Turkey, fortunately, is not in a faction. So Turkey is not part of the equation, which means that if we manage to take Beirut, the Axis have no way of resupplying or reinforcing the front lines here. In North Africa, it's a little bit more difficult, because there is a port here in Algiers. There's another port here. There's obviously this port opposite Gibraltar, which has been taken away from the British by the Spanish, because the Spanish have joined the Axis. So this is going to be the hardest part. In the south, there is the port of Sidi Ifni, which is currently owned by Imperial Spanish Morocco, which is, I believe, literally that bit. But other than that, there is the port of Casablanca. So that one, again, if we're looking at supply lines here, pretty much the whole supply network here is dependent on these two ports. So it's Casablanca and the port here in Algiers. So this we might be able to take, but this is all mountainous terrain. This is all very much not pretty. This is hills, but these are this is a mountain. This is a mountain range up to the coastline. So and here we have plains. So getting through here and taking that port is going to be difficult. Even more difficult is it is going to be to take the port in Casablanca, because we will have the first objective will be to take the port in Sidi Ifni, and for that we are for that we need to actually get through Spanish controlled country, and we need to get to Rio de Oro and take that port, connect that, and make sure that we can then push forwards and eventually take Casablanca. Because as long as one port here is active, they can keep landing reinforcements and they will keep having supply. So this is going to be a hard push from here. And this is going to be a very difficult push from the south. Additionally, we have this to deal with. Additionally, French Madagascar is part of the Axis. So we have two threats to our coastlines. We have the threat of French Madagascar, although it's a somewhat minor threat because we are controlling the Suez Canal. If the Italians manage to get hold of the Suez Canal, they can very easily get through the Red Sea and start threatening this whole coastline here. And it would be all the way back to 1936. The next problem that we'll be having, and problems we have many, the next problem we'll be having is steel. Because we are currently not trading with Sweden. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because, but let's kill that. The Swedes just don't have enough to export. We can't trade with Hungary because Hungary is in the Axis. We could trade with Japan, but that means we would have to use convoys. And I think trading with Japan is what we'll be trying to do going forward, because I am assuming that the Axis don't have a strong naval presence in the Indian Ocean and in the Pacific, because Iran has joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. So even though if the Germans take over Siberia, up to Russia all the way up to Siberia, they will have Pacific access, but they will not have an easy access to trade routes between Japan and ourselves. So this might work unless they station something in Madagascar. There's nothing we can do about this because we don't have a capability of naval invasions at this point. And even if we had, we would need ships to actually get naval supremacy, and we can't build any because we are completely out of steel. The steel resources, where are the resource map? The steel resources, we have managed to capture some steel resources in Algiers. Unfortunately, the majority of the North African steel resources are in Spanish Africa, which is currently owned by Imperial Spanish Morocco, which is the other bit of Imperial Spanish Morocco, because I think that bit is that bit. So most of the steel is here, which we have to get through mountainous terrain in order to get there, which is going to be exceedingly difficult. So right now, our best bet is to stop trading with Vichy France and to try and trade with Japan, which we have a non-aggression pact with, and hopefully are not going to join any kind of trouble. We can also trade with Japan for tungsten, which is also something we need. Although I am going to check first if we really do. And we are currently trading with Switzerland for aluminium. This is not going to keep working because Switzerland is surrounded by the Axis, and once the once we're at war with the Axis, they no longer let that through. So we may as well already stop that. And probably also try to trade with Japan. This is important for aircraft as well. So we'll trade with Japan for aluminium and steel. And we are exporting steel ourselves. So we are currently on we're still currently on export focus. So what we can do is we can switch to limited exports. This is going to reduce our research speed significantly and also our factory output by 5%, as well as our construction speed. But it would allow us to have an additional 25% of the resources that we are actually mining. We are building infrastructure projects to increase the amount of resources that we'll be able to get out of the ground, because we have, I believe, some not resistance resource. We have some steel. Well, that one, although this, I am not sure why we are not. Probably because of resistance, that we're not actually getting these 4 steel over there. We have some steel over here, same problem. We have plenty of rubber at this point. We have some steel here. We will get another 8 steel once we take Leopoldville out of and North Angola out of Vichy, France. And I think, yeah, we've got some steel in Transvaal, but the problem is, again, resistance here is relatively high. The South Africans are still very much conditioned to obey their colonial overlords, and the resistance target is still there's spread of resistance around, and it's going to take a while to get down. We are having increasing compliance here, but it will take some time. And I think are we having increasing resistance anywhere? Yeah, we've got some increasing resistance here. Now the resistance target's at 5%. That's fine. This is one's at 8. There's not an awful lot. Liberia isn't particularly happy. Yeah, Liberia is very unhappy about us occupying them at this point. So again, this is something we need to keep an eye on. Senegal probably okay, but as we conquer more territory, then this is a problem. We are currently we can actually run technology sharing as well for another research slot. So let's do that. We are currently having 4 of them, so that would be good. Especially around the naval research. So we already have a ship designer, and I don't think we have we don't have anything useful here to add. We are already at extensive conscription. We have 80,000 men in garrisons, but we are going to need more troops, and urgently. So we need to change our armies, especially the port guards. So I am going to assume that we are not necessarily going to see my bet is going to be that we'll see an invasion in the Mediterranean. I don't know where. We only know that there are enemy ships in the region, but we don't know how many, or who they are, who they belong to. So it's entirely possible that the British are still operating in this area, and that there's no shipping coming out of French Madagascar, because they are. Can I see if they are? They are getting Lend-Lease, but I don't know if they would allow. I think they would allow the use of their ports to the Axis, as well as the Comoro Islands as well could be used as a launch pad for an invasion of our eastern coast. Now, the Somali Sultanate is starting to become relatively powerful. As you can see, they have a decent amount of divisions at this point. So what I'm thinking here is that we will remove the port guards from the southern parts of Africa, as well from the western parts of Africa, because there are some islands, but the Cape Verdes are owned by Portugal, so this would be an allied naval invasion if we run into it. Who we still are at war with. This island as well. So these are all allied islands. Now the Canaries are owned by Spain. So I would guard everything sort of from here northwards along the coast up to here. The problem is I need another army, and I need it today, because we need to do something about French Syria. We also need to get through these mountains. So I really need mountaineers in this area. So what I'm thinking is, first of all, let's review our templates. The mountain divisions, just regular template. I can probably, I am training a bunch of mountain divisions right now, and I should be able to deploy them instantaneously once they become available. But I am going to need another army, and I'm going to convert. First of all, I'm going to concentrate the port guards. So this division, or this army is going to we'll draw some. First, we'll drop the area defense in areas that we no longer need to defend, and I am going to risk this because I really need the concentration of troops to defend the coastline, because this is going to be really, really difficult. So I'm going to remove the coastal defenses from these areas and concentrate so this needs 20 divisions, which means we can take all. We might have to hold. No, I'm going to remove this one here, this here as well. Hang on, area defense. So because this is a very difficult. This is going to be the hardest part, I believe. I haven't tried this before, but I think this is going to be the hardest part. So we will remove this. So that concentrates the port guards on Northern Africa, on the North African coast, as well as the Middle Eastern coast, and we'll eventually include this part. So they only need 10 divisions, which means we can take. Where's going to be the quickest? We can take these divisions here. Let's take everything here for starters, including these and these, as well as I think there's one here. Okay. Oh, is that in a different army? That's included, yep. No, I don't want that army. I only want these troops. And then pretty much everything around here. Now, you see there are some German transports here with German troops. But I am planning to do a quick decapitation strike along the coastline here and take these out. And once they still have Equatorial Guinea, so I might need some port guard troops here, but the majority of them, I believe, I can actually evacuate. So these and these. Okay, so that's, how many have we selected? 34. That's actually too many. We just need one army. So let's bring that down to 24. Right, so we've got 24 divisions. These 24 divisions are going to go into a new army. And that 5th army is going to go here. That one division, what is this? Oh, this is a colonial troop from that we don't really know what to do with it just yet. But this army is going to need a new commander. Now, I believe the border guards, yeah, he's just a level 1 commander. So we might as well just hire a new one. They need a general. So give me a general. Yep, we have a new general who looks like the brother of our field marshal. Well, the twin brother of our field marshal is in charge of the 5th army. And we are going Now here's where it gets tricky. Logistics. We have guns, lots of guns. We've also got plenty of trucks. We're still okayish on support equipment. We actually have a decent amount of tanks. These are all captured tanks. We haven't built any of these, but we have a decent amount of tanks. We have lots of convoys. What we're really short of, and we've got plenty of artillery, what we're really short of is anti-air and anti-tanks. So I'm going to look at my older templates, like this one. And we might... the problem with this template is that it's got line anti-tank and line artillery. But if I just need a template to sort of hold an area, I could use even this template, although this one might be nicer, and we'll just not have. Yeah, we can use this template, and get this army converted into that. So let's do that first. So this army gets converted into these guys. That needs 9,600 infantry equipment. We've got the artillery. We've got the support. No, we don't have the support equipment actually, but we do have the trucks, and we don't have the AA. So well, we'll start with that, and then we'll have to make do with what we can capture in the field. And these guys are going to go here. And they definitely need a different color, because otherwise I'm going to mix everything up. We're going to make them somewhat bluish. There. And their objective is to take Beirut. Once they've taken... Actually, their objective is to take everything here, but the first step is going to be to take Beirut. Because once Beirut is taken, they have no port. And that means they cannot resupply this. So the focus needs to be on Beirut. For that, I am thinking of creating a tank division, a single one. Where do we have? Mountain Garrison, where is it? Mechanized Armored Division, here. And I have no idea what I'm going to call that. So give me a moment, I'll quickly look that up. Okay, the best I could come up with is to reuse the cavalry names. So we'll go and call it, now we're creating an empty division. That is going to be an armored division. And now I forgot what this was called. Oromo, yes, that's what it was called. There we go. Okay, empty division. And we'll take an armored division. And that is going to be called Oromo. I don't know. Armored cavalry. There we go. They will consist, and we'll have to. I think we've got about 500 medium tanks. So let's see how many medium tank divisions we can, medium tank battalions we can stick into that. So that would be 250. So that's actually not terrible. So we can put about this many in there. It'll be a wild mix of everything, and we can put some motorized infantry in here as well. There we go. There. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why they are so slow. However, because medium tanks should be. I mean, I don't know what I have in storage here. Let's have a look. Can we see what these tanks are? There we go. Okay. I cannot get that out of the way. So we've got Mark II mediums. That's the majority of these, and a bunch of Cromwells. These things are the Cromwells are not terrible. These things are pretty bad. Can I see what the speed is on these? We've got a couple of Shermans. The Shermans are pretty good, but we only have 18 of them. And the rest is... We've got a bunch of old Cromwells, more modern Cromwells. Yeah, it's a wild mix of everything. But I'm surprised that it creates... I think it doesn't know what units are actually going to be in there, and it just goes off our non-existent tank designs. So let's roll with that. That's a 31 orc. That's 175 trucks. It's a bit low on organization. but it's a 30 width, and I'm kind of happy with it. Let's give it definitely a maintenance company and an engineer and support RT. And that gets us up to, well, it doesn't look that impressive just yet, but I'm keen to try. I mean, I don't need the army XP for anything else. I'm keen to try and see if I build that, what it's going to look like. So that would be our single tank division. Yeah, let's try that. Which means that one division out of this army gets turned into an okay, I want to do that once they're in place, not just yet. So these guys need to make their way up to the front lines first. The other thing that we need to do, and now we don't have an awful lot of units left here, but the other thing we need to do is defend the coastline here, because if we don't defend this coastline much more heavily, then I'm afraid the Italians will invade us here. So this whole coastline, actually. So we only have 22 divisions left of the border guards, however, which means we need more of them. So let's train up. We've still got 60 days. We are going to create. How many can we build? Let's give me like another 20. We'll do another 24 divisions at Port Garrison, and I'm just going to align them here along the coastlines more or less to especially the Middle East, because if the Italians take the Suez Canal, they will immediately threaten our coastline. So that's something I really want to avoid, and that means we need to retrain some of these people. We cannot yet deploy the mountain divisions. What was I looking at? Yes, these guys just get regular priority as well. Okay, there we go. Now we have a massive deficit of everything. This is going to kick in a second once I unpause. Our production, what are we currently producing? We are still short. It says we're short on weapons. Okay, I don't think we are. I think we are actually going to need anti-air and anti-tank with priority. So I want to make sure that these are getting the resources. Then I think we're good on artillery, actually. But we are now obviously running very, very low on steel. So once the trade becomes active, then I think this will look better. So let's unpause this for the moment and see if that kicks in. In fact, we actually need a lot more steel than that. Yeah, everything here is kind of stalling at this point because we do not have enough of anything, really. I am going to probably build more close air support. We have some dockyards, but I don't think we have any naval research just yet. No, we will get to that eventually. We do have a decent amount of civilian factories, however, even though they are currently busy constructing infrastructure. I am willing to trade a bit more away to the Japanese. Okay, that somewhat alleviates our steel problems. We have tungsten issues as well, so I might at least send maybe 2 factories. No, just 2. Okay, 2. Thank you. Okay, that'll sort out the tungsten problems mostly, and that should get. Now, obviously, this means our factories. We're using 13 for traded goods, but we could go up to total mobilization. The problem is that reduces our recruitable population. The counter to that would be that we could use women in the workforce, and that would, while that reduces our stability, that would increase. What's the difference between war economy and total mob in terms of consumer goods? It's a little bit. It's not an awful lot. We could do that. I'm gonna hold that back for now. Okay, so while this is all happening, we also need to make sure that we've got our battle plans. So we've got an offensive line. The first port that we need to capture is this one, and after that, that one. I think I can't do that yet. So this is going to be the first offensive that we'll need to run, which means why is the first army not using trucks? Okay, I thought I did that. All the armies do need to use trucks when available, so this is important. I thought I did that. Where do we have the Air Force right now? Sorry, it's been a couple of days since I've been recording. So we've got the majority of the Air Force in the north here. This is an important push, but it's not the important push. So we do have an airbase in the south here. So I think I'm going to relocate the Air Force there. And do we actually have something available? Yeah, we can just already get another close air support wing into training. There we go. That'll support the push from the south here. And this is going to get really tricky. So we are going to need the mountain divisions in the north here, which means these divisions. We have 2 mountain divisions, I believe. Yes, we've got 2 mountain divisions. These divisions need to get. Can I give them their own front line? Yes, I can. So these 2 mountain divisions need to be here, and they need to push or run and then hold that. Everything else can wait. We are not great in supplies here, but I think I think that this should support that using trucks here should fix that a little bit. We don't have the railways, so let's upgrade the bottlenecks and make sure that we are getting the railway construction prioritized here in the north to make sure that that happens in time. I think I'm going to drop these in priority for now because we can trade for resources, maybe. Let's prioritize the railway construction. Let's make that happen. Why do we need so many trucks? That is an unreasonable amount of trucks, I believe. Okay, so we can't set all armies to use trucks. Do we still have? We might have set some manually to use trucks. Let's undo that. So these, I think, were manually configured. Let's see if that helps a little bit. In the north, we have this also manually configured. That should be done automatically. And everything else. Why are these using trucks? These supply hubs should not be using trucks. Oh, that's just because the army is passing through. Okay, so we might just have to wait for a minute while everyone is. And I need these. Are these strategically redeploying? Yes, they are taking the trains. So these guys are moving as fast as possible. Still, you needing a lot of trucks. Let's wait. We might have to switch back to manual settlement because I think. Did I actually do this? I think no, I need to dispatch. Where the heck are they going and why are they using the seas? Are you people crazy? Use the train. Okay, I think I will need, this actually needs some additional troops. Okay, so right now we've got the first army with 22 divisions. That means there should be, yeah, I am sending 8 divisions here. Okay, I wasn't sure if I did that. Okay, let's get everybody in their places, and then we'll see how what the situation looks like in terms of supply, in terms of logistics. So let's see how that goes. I am really not happy for these divisions to start swimming, because that's what they'll do once once they make their way through the Mediterranean. But there's not an awful lot I can do about this right now. So let's just hope for the best. And Switzerland has joined the Allies. Switzerland? That's probably not a wise move. All right, so Switzerland's dead. These divisions are making their way around and getting there eventually. What I should have done is effectively say no naval access through these areas here. But I might also, okay, it's too late now. It's happened, so we'll just wait. We just need to wait and see if the troops can manage to make it there safely, or if they are going to be assaulted by. I mean, the Germans are sending troops around here like crazy as well, or if they are going to be assaulted by enemy. Switzerland has joined Ireland as our ally in the Irish Imperial Spanish War. Hang on, what? Also, Ireland is at war with this, but I'm not yet at war with the Spanish. Yeah, you start sending me things. That'll end very soon. I don't see that war, to be honest. Ireland. Oh, Ireland is being invaded by Italy. Yeah, Ireland is in trouble. So yeah, it's fighting an offensive war against the Soviets and for some reason, no, that's French Madagascar. Why are they? This is very strange. I don't know how they've set these up anymore, but yeah, the Soviet Union is going to fall very, very soon, and then all these people have nothing better to do. Then oh yeah, we're not yet at war with the Axis. Okay, so I just have to be afraid of Allied shipping actually at this stage. Good. That's all good. All airplanes, pilot exercises if needed. And I am starting to have naval bombers. Where did I get naval bombers? Am I building them? No, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Okay, I don't know where they come from. Anyway, we are still short of we're still short on steel, but I think the trade routes at least the trade routes with Japan are somewhat stable. So all these need to focus. Unfortunately, they're not going to have range, actually. I might send them back here instead. I think I will send them back here instead. And yeah, because they're not actually going to have range to support the invasion here. So they'll have to do that on the ground, unfortunately. Okay, I think everyone's in position. And our truck situation is better, but we are gonna need a lot more trucks. So are we producing trucks again? Yes, we're not producing trains, but we've got some in stockpile. So this should theoretically work out. Okay. All right, everybody dug in. These divisions all need to be of the latest type. That'll cost me some towed artillery, which I have, but AA, which I do not. That is okay. So these need to be assault divisions. These divisions, I can't deploy them just yet. We might hold off a little bit longer if we need to. Are these divisions in place just yet? Yes, they are. So one of these divisions here is going to be changed into a armored cavalry, which is going to consume the medium tanks that we have. There we go. And that is our single, and they are currently short of okay, they're just waiting for the delivery. So that will be our pushing division. There's going to be some more still coming in. Yeah, there's some more still rolling in, but this is this division actually needs to sit on an individual front line. And I am also going to change this one to the more aggressive template. And these two are going to sit here for now, and they have their own goal against actually these two offensive line. Beirut? Okay, I'm not sure if this works, but We are gonna get. I might need like 1 or 2 more. So let's grab. Yeah, they're canceling the Lend-Lease. That's all fine. Let's grab 2 more divisions on that front line, and these 2 are also going to be converted. Okay. Most of these divisions are green, so I am actually going to. Start training them. Although that is going to cost me some equipment. Hopefully, the maintenance battalions are going to be able to help with that. But let's see how bad it gets. Interestingly enough, could we actually even design a tank? Well, we have an interwar chassis, so that's great. We might have to do some tank research. This is, what is that? No, we don't need war propaganda against Switzerland. Switzerland is going to die before we even get to anything. Interestingly enough, Switzerland doesn't seem to be at war yet, but yeah, they don't have an awful lot, so they're just going to die. We don't even need to watch that. I was curious as well to check what the Americans have remaining in terms of infantry. They do have a large number of divisions. Yeah, the imperial Spanish oppressors will no longer be oppressing Africa. The Americans have a lot of divisions, but they seem to be unable to ship them anywhere because of their naval problems. And the British don't have an awful lot left after all the. It looks like Japan has taken out the U.S. Navy very comprehensively. And that means they have a lot of divisions, but they're all stuck here because they have nowhere else to go. And they would need an actual naval invasion, and the only ones who can probably do something like that are the British right now. So unless they get that coordinated and try another Normandy invasion, nothing really is going to come of it. And Ireland seems to be able to push out. Hang on, Ireland is in the Allies, yeah. So they are pushing out that Italian invasion here. So at least the Allies have that going for them. And I mean, they still have some holdings here, but oh dear, I think I know what's happening. Okay, Iran cancels the Lend-Lease. Switzerland has joined the UK as our enemy. I thought the Soviets had capitulated for a second here because the game was lagging a little. Yeah, we have naval dockyards, but we don't have anything to do with them. We don't have the steel to do anything with them. So there's nothing we can do here. So these divisions are just going to... Iran has joined... Oh, no, I thought Iran was in already. No, Iran has joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Does that... No, we don't have a... Is Iraq... Yes, Iraq as well. That means we should have a land border to Japan. No, we're still using convoys. That's unfortunate. I would have thought... Hang on. Dominion of India is still in the Allied. Why is the Dominion... Oh, the Japanese are being... I think I know where the British are. Okay, so they are actually still working Japan over. Yeah, this looks like Japan is... actually, Iran is pushing quite mightily here from the west. Okay, so it looks like Iran and Japan are still trying to sort India out, but this might not be going as well as they think. I think I still have a military attaché to the Germans. Yeah, I'm gonna recall him because I think that is costing me... Is that costing me command power? Yes, that is actually costing me command power. And I no longer need army XP. I no longer really need army XP. Maybe air experience would be kind of nice and naval experience, but I think I'm going to recall the attaché. Okay. And I'm going to check if we can send... Do I want to send one to Japan? Not for now. I'll keep the whole attaché business on the ground at this point. Can we already deploy? Yes, we could. I am going to already deploy these 24 divisions here, if I can. Okay, Switzerland has joined the Polish Republic, a Polish Soviet war. I honestly lost track. We can deploy these divisions already, so I am going to do that. as well as these divisions. That is going to cost me equipment for training, but I want these 24 divisions in a new army. This army is going to go in here, and this army is going to be under the command of this general, which means the port guards are going to be operating independently. We can actually merge, we can actually, oh no, we might be able to use this division for something. Okay, let's see. So the port guards are just going to operate independently for now, but this army I want on a defensive line along the Mediterranean. So, okay, here's my reasoning. They could be invading us anywhere here, although, yeah, they could be invading us along the coast here. They could be trying to cut us off here, or they could be trying to take the Suez Canal. I am going to bet that they're going to try and go for Suez. So I am going to align. I'm going to get this army, this to how many can we get? Okay, up to here. So these 24 divisions are just going to hold that coastline and make sure that nobody gets to land anywhere here. And they also need to train. So let's do that. Let's get these divisions sorted. Yes, Bulgaria, send me your things while you can. These 6 divisions, actually, yes, these 6 divisions. Unfortunately, I am going to have to put them into a separate army, for 7 even. Oh yeah, 7 divisions. I'm going to have to put them in a separate army because I don't have a... I could get myself another general, another field marshal, I guess. Yeah, why not? So I need a new commander. You are going to lead that. And at this point we may as well get another army group going. There. And we can get ourselves a new field marshal. Where is he? Okay, so I did say new commander. And that's... Okay, hang on. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th army. And I thought I did get... okay, I don't have enough command power to promote anybody. Okay, hang on. That's fine. That's fine. We'll deal with it. All right, so this army is actually going to take over the offensive operation in the mountains here. So they are going to get a front line here. And their task again is to push towards Oran. So these guys need to move there, and they also get training orders, which is going to cost me equipment, but this is just the price I'm going to have to pay. So these divisions are here. Actually, this one division could technically be going to the other army, but it's okay. So these divisions are here for now. All right. I think we are getting... is everybody on the ground, or is somebody still on the ocean? Yes, I've still got people on the ocean. But we are getting ready here. And how is that looking? We are... Yeah, we're starting to get short. I just want them to be trained up to regular. Okay, we are researching... we are going to need... How are we going to be on fuel? I think we are okay on fuel. Now, I am researching some radar. I could go down the atomic research, but I think it is more important. We don't have any techs here to do. I might have to start producing tanks if we can't capture enough. That is something I might have to do. How about the infantry techs? Infantry techs are okay. We could also improve our special forces, given that we've got quite a couple of mountain divisions. Or we could get started with the... Oh no, we can't yet. We're already researching the torpedo, but we can't do the submarines yet. Okay, we don't have an industry tech to research anymore. Equipment conversion. This would allow us. This would improve our fuel gain. Maybe we'll do that for now. We'll do that for now. And I think once that tank division is no longer green, then I will stop them training so they don't waste all their medium tanks. I mean, they've got enough, but they will eventually lose some during the training exercises, which, you know, is going to cause problems. And yes, fuel is going to be an issue. So we're not going to build an awful lot of tanks. Okay, radios done. Let's get better radios. This is for radar stations eventually. Not going to do me an awful lot of good just right now, but just everybody get into position for now. How are we supply wise? I think we are okay here supply wise. Yes, we are. So we might not be once we are, but we are upgrading all the. I think we've upgraded these. Yes, we are now getting 25 supply from the trains, which means we should be able to. I think we're still upgrading. We're still upgrading rails here, so I think that's still happening. So once we're done with all these, yeah, that's the whole North African railway line. We're currently supplying over the seas, which is a terrible idea. Okay, and okay, nothing happened. So I am actually going to get myself a tank designer just so I don't forget it. And then we'll just bank some more XP. Bulgaria cancels the Lend-Lease. How are we? Are we actually good? We are actually good. This is about as many. I would like to have like a good 500,000 troops in reserve. And AA and anti-tank are primary problem areas. But I think production is going to start increasing now that they have full access to resources. So the efficiency should be growing reasonably quickly, and everything else is I need to bank some support equipment. We probably don't need as many on artillery. I think we're stockpiling a lot of artillery at this point, although that means I may be able to convert a couple of divisions over to more modern templates. So maybe we'll keep doing that, because that needs a fair amount of artillery. The mountain divisions here should be fine, and these are just using the older templates. How about this army? This is all already using modern templates. They can also actually exercise. So let's get everybody up to speed while we are not yet engaged. Okay, justification is finished. Okay, well, we might have to call off the exercises soon. How long until we November? So we can still hold off a little bit. How's my Air Force doing? Where did I put it? In the north here, yes, to support this. So some pilot exercises going on here, and we have enough for another fighter wing, I believe. So let's get that going. Let's put that up to 100 and get that exercising as well. Okay, we're not yet going to declare because we need everybody to be ready and in place, and I don't have the troops here in place in the north just yet. Oh no, I do actually. I will need to give them some time to dig in, and I would love these to be at least not green anymore. And I think it's just the tank division that is still somewhat green. But then we will get there. How about these divisions? These divisions are in place, I believe. Yes, they are in place. So how's my supply situation here? It's doable. I think it's doable supply-wise. So let's make sure that everyone's trained up as much as possible before we declare war. This means we are leaving the defense of East Africa to the Somali Sultanate. Well, we'll see how this works out. I think I can get these 2 divisions changed. Can I get these changed? I've got the RT, which is really what I'm more interested in right now. So let's just get these changed. The other things are good, but not as necessary. So anti-tank. I don't know if we're facing any tanks here. Infantry, motorized infantry. It doesn't look like we're facing any tanks here. How about here? So the AA and AT are really just important once we are actually facing tanks, and so far we don't seem to be facing tanks here. So the push along the coastline and in order to capture the ports is going to be really, really important. How are my exercises going? We are running a bit low on fuel. I need to make sure that we are not. Yeah, we're losing equipment, but ever so slightly, and most of it we actually have in sufficiently in storage, except for anti-tank, for obvious reasons. Okay, we've still got a month or two on to start the war. Okay, technology sharing is done, which means we've got a 5th slot. Which means, given that this isn't happening yet, I am going to start doing medium tank research. Yes, I know, Ethiopian tanks, isn't it great? And we will go back to, what are we going to go back to? We're going to go back to this is, oh, we get faction research. I think actually resistance suppression might not be bad. Nah, I think it'll be fine. We could go for air production. That'll reduce the production cost of airplanes, or we could get for subject for autonomy suppression. I don't know yet, because what I want to achieve is that I can get, because I'm currently having subjects, that I can get these I can get these reduced to actually ideally I would do the other way. I would do the other direction, and I would love to get them promoted, but I can't do that. So what I'm wondering is if I can turn it back into occupied territory and then release the nations by annexing them. That might be one way to get that cleared up. But I think right now we'll do something more useful. Actually, let's use resistance suppression, because we do have quite a bit of resistance, and especially around these areas, and that is actually a little nasty. So we can get that, and South Africa can get that down a little bit. That would be a good thing. Okay, we still have some time for the training to happen. Yeah, Eritrean Kingdom. Yes, please send me. No, you're not. Nice try. No, you're not. No, that's not happening. I am just waiting for these divisions. Can I promote someone to Field Marshal now? He is an engineer officer. Interesting. Don't think I've seen that I've ever seen that. Another brother. It's all the brothers. It's Saleh Markonnen and Bekele Markonnen. Promote him to Field Marshal, and he is going to take that on, and he can get what are we going to give him? We've got one trait to give: reinforce rate, recovery, +1 attack. I might give him. I'm just going to give him the organization first. I don't have enough command power anyway. Okay, so that's happening, and then we will see once the training is complete of these divisions how these guys doing. They're good. They can stop exercising and dig in. These 24 divisions are, I think, okay as well. And yeah, I've already stopped them. You can stop exercising as well. You can still keep exercising. You can still keep. You're not actually exercising. Okay, I'm not sure why it doesn't want me to exercise, but that's all right. We'll just let them dig in. Well, I think because everybody is already pretty much where they should be, and these divisions are still can still exercise, and these divisions once there. I think once they have reached no, Vichy France, you don't get that. Once they've reached trained level, then and don't get the 25% minus 25 combat modifier, then we should be good to begin the assaults and declare war on the Axis. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, resistance is reducing. Yeah, resistance targets are good. Not so much here though. So there's a lot of resistance in this area, which I'm not particularly happy about. But then again, there's not an awful lot we can do about it. How are our losses from garrisons? 2,000 rifles and 20,000 men. We can sort of survive that. So I think that's not too terrible. And yeah, obviously we can hopefully we can eventually liberate all these countries. Right now we have to fight for them because I don't think they actually have any troops themselves. No, they don't. So I'm not sure what they are doing. Okay, they're going down the neutrality route. They've done some construction, which is good. So they're actually creating factories, which is also great because then I'm getting them, which is where my factory count's coming from. But for now, we are just getting ready for this. We're just literally waiting for these mountain divisions, I think. Everybody else should be pretty much ready and good good for the assault. How's our railroad construction? Railroad construction is still ongoing. So that's still going to be that's still going to be a bit. But every day that we're waiting is also reducing the amount of equipment that we are short of. So yeah, lots of things that we can do. And actually, if we can start building some tanks, maybe at some point we get a second tank division. But for now, is this actually terrain-wise a wise decision? Let's see. Hang on. Not infrastructure. Botswana. Yes, please. Go ahead. You're free. Well, somewhat free. This is plain terrain, yes, all the way up to, so pushing to Beirut using the tanks should work out reasonably nicely. Okay, these divisions are almost up to regular training, and then I will stop all division training, and once they all reach that state, and then let them get their organization back, and then we can start the assault. So these are all good, so let's stop the exercises. Stop all the exercises. I think all the divisions are now ready. They just need to. They just need to dig in and be sure they're prepared. So we will have multiple fronts on which we will have to fight simultaneously. And once these guys have their do they have the planning bonus up? Yes, they do have the planning bonus up. So we may actually try to push all the way there. We can't because it's a different country that we're not yet at war with. That's all right. Okay, so these guys have not an awful lot of opposition, so they should be able to get through there relatively easily. We will, however, okay, basic torpedo is done. We will start researching submarines. It's going to take a while because we have no steel to spare. But did I end up recruiting a bunch? Okay, I might just recruit a bunch more of the a couple more of the port guard divisions, and just in case I need to. Do another, how many? 22, so do another 13, and they will go into this army. This army also needs a general by now. I don't have enough command power to make that happen. Okay. Yeah, we are running low on manpower. I mean, not low, but in case we need more divisions. In fact, the port guards don't actually need to explicitly include these areas anymore, because we now have actually a defensive line, so they can. I might re-include this. I've got 22 divisions. In that case, let's get that's 12 divisions, and we can guard here as well, and 14, 16. Yeah, this should work. Okay, so but they can fall into place. The important part for me is that oh, they're going to shipping again, are they? Okay, we'll let them ship. The important part for me is that that we've got these defensive lines here. Okay, radar's done. Next radar tech. We are really catching up on research, I believe, at this point, but it's almost November 7th. Unfortunately, some of my port guard divisions now went swimming again, which is a little unfortunate. But it's not a massive loss if some of these get intercepted. I prefer them not to, but this line was really the important one that I really cared about. Like, where are these guys still coming from? My gosh, they've been going a long way around, have they? Okay, we'll begin the assault in November, beginning of November. By that time, these port guard divisions should have managed to get into their designated positions. I think everybody is in position to begin the assault, and then it's gonna get critical. Okay, the game's hanging again. Soviet Union capitulation? Yeah, I think so. Okay, that might take a little. Yeah, there it goes. So the Soviet Union was annexed. Uncertain times indeed. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You see that? Yes. So Japan has taken a little bit, but Germany has taken most of the Soviet territory, and Greater Hungary's been cut down to size again. Oh dear. So does any of that affect our trade routes? No, because we've shifted all trade towards Japan. So that should work, hopefully. And we wait until November 1, and then we will begin the assault against we'll begin the war against the Axis. Sorry, this has been a little bit of a preparatory episode, but I feel that this is a really difficult. This is going to be a really difficult part. And in fact, actually, please include Djibouti. I really don't want anyone landing here. I mean, these guys can sort of defend themselves, but I don't want anyone landing in Djibouti. That's not something I'd be happy with. So, yeah, what was I saying? Yes, it's been a bit of a preparatory episode, but I feel that was necessary because this is going to be a really difficult war, and I'm really scared of Italian invasions along the lines here. So the big strategic we've got 3 mills. The big strategic, hang on, let me just put that somewhere. I am thinking of putting another one in trucks, to be honest. Because we might be running a little low there with losses and everything. The big strategic objective is to connect these lines here, to take the northwestern African coastline, to take French Syria, at least the port, and to cut this off. So that's going to be the big strategic goal. We will get all these off training now, and they can all work on air superiority and ground support. We will slow it down to 2 speed because I'm going to need to manage multiple fronts at the same time. And then I was thinking of actually ending the episode here, but I think that'd be mean. What do we have for an influence? We might be... can we actually... No. I was wondering if we could do improved worker conditions, but I don't think we can. No, it's we can only do these. Okay. I will start the war. I'm obviously not going to go through it, but we will start the initial. We'll launch the initial assaults. So, declare war on Spain, and we will actually call our allies. Africa will be at war. I will need the assistance of. I will need the assistance of my allies, and I think having everybody on board is going to be a good thing. Or a bad thing, we'll find out. More naval invasions, but I think it's fair to say that Africa fights for its freedom together. So let's do that. So everybody is now at war with Spain. We will immediately also. We can't declare yet. So this might mean we'll have to wait for the. Can we declare on France? Can we declare on Vichy France? No, but we might be able to declare on. Yes, we can declare on Spanish Morocco. So that's happening, and we will instantly begin. We will instantly begin the push towards. This is the critical one. We need to take that port. So that's the first round that we need to make happen. And we can't do anything else yet until these guys join the war. So this is probably going to be the first act of the war. Let's go. Okay. These Spanish troops, Hungary has joined. Once Germany joins, we will launch this attack here. Right now we can't. Let me actually just make sure these troops. No, they can't do that yet. Yeah, so we can't even launch it yet. Okay, but hopefully Spain will call the rest of the Axis into the war soon, and then we'll launch the other assaults. Italy has joined, unsurprisingly. There are a lot of Spanish troops around. Honestly, I mean, look at that. It's all Spanish troops. How many divisions does Spain have, to be fair? Nationalist Spain. 209, up to almost 300 divisions. They have got 2 million men under arms. My gosh. Okay, yeah, General Franco. Well, we'll have some fun with these people. Once Germany joins, yes, the German Reich has joined. That means we can instantly launch this assault, and this assault needs to, okay, let's do this properly. Needs to assault here, and then these can stay, and needs to assault here, leave one behind, and needs to assault there, and effectively keep going. There is another port, I believe, somewhere here. These are ports in the south, so they effectively need to push all the way through to the south. Oh, France hasn't joined yet. Okay, so that assault can immediately start. Vichy France hasn't joined yet. Can we declare on Vichy France? Because Vichy France... no, we cannot. Okay. Anyway, so that is running. This assault is now launching. And we are fighting a German and a Spanish division. And this is going to be difficult, but we will make it happen. The British Parliament debates the intervention in Scandinavia. What? You do realize that there's not much to intervene here, right? Oh well. Okay, so we are driving the Spanish out here. That's good. We are assaulting there. The Italians have... we do have to keep a really close eye on naval invasions. The Italians have nothing we can assault, but French Syria should be... well, can I... It's going to take 125 days, so it's not worth even trying. But what can we do? We can do war propaganda against Spain, actually. Our war support is only at 78%, so let's do that. And let's see if we can break through here quickly enough to make this happen. Vichy France has joined. Perfect. France has joined, which means we can instantly launch the assault from the south and take these 2 ports. And we will see if these troops are moving. I think they might not be. And this looks like, yeah, it's 1 Spanish division here in the south. So once we take these ports, and we will actually continue to Libreville. I just need to keep an eye on things here. But that these don't get reinforced. But once we break through there and there, and does that actually mean... Yes, we can also launch the assault here. Okay. Sorry, it might get a little confusing because we really need everybody on deck here, and I need to manage multiple places. So break through here and see if you can push all the way there. That would be my plan. Everybody else, just hold the line here. I think we actually have superiority. So maybe we will just shorten the line a little bit. Actually, hang on. We can assault here. And pin these just with 2 divisions. So they don't immediately get defeated. This scares me a little bit. But not an awful lot we can do about it now. Are we assaulted? Oh, we're being assaulted here. Perfect. These are Spanish divisions actually attacking us. Can we attack? Can we return the? Can we return the assault? Can we send these divisions? Yes, we can. So all these divisions need to assault Beirut. These guys can hold these divisions as well. Assault Beirut. So once the defense is done, I think that, yeah, they should be able to counter attack. This is still the defense, but these guys can hold that, and we will counter attack immediately towards Beirut. And hopefully the tanks are the first one to go. Yep, the tanks are in, and these tanks are actually, this tank division is a lot more powerful than it looked on paper. So that should not be a problem for the tanks to break through to Beirut. This is moving. So here we are rolling this up pretty well, which means we are going to need a railroad immediately from the Senegal through Mauritania. Make that a level 2. Just to start connecting things already. How is this decapitation strike here working out? I think we've broken through here as well. Have we breaking through in the south? Yes, we are. Okay, how is it looking northwards? Rush the port. The port is the key here. We are still on the defense, so I think the offensive action has already worked. I might leave... okay, Iceland has joined, and the Eritrean Kingdom has cancelled the Lend-Lease. That's fine. Okay, I might leave... Okay, French Syria has joined, yes, and Greater Hungary. French Madagascar has joined, which is unfortunate, but I might leave 1 division here in the defense as well, just to make sure. We don't have the numbers yet to assault these divisions here, although we might be able to break through. But I think we're not gonna have any supply if we try to break through towards Damascus. So we'll just hold these here and try to take the port. And once we have the port, I think they have no more easy way to resupply. How is it looking here? Yes, we are breaking through, and we might be able to cut off 2 Spanish divisions there. They are trying to reinforce rapidly, but we are assaulting from the south. And here, okay, we've made the move, and we're breaking through here as well. So these divisions are not going back to reinforce, so these 2 should be able to break through. Yeah, we're at war now with pretty much everybody, but the critical one, okay, they are assaulting our lines, that's fine. We are under enemy air attack and shore bombardment, actually, which is a little unfortunate. And this can actually pierce our tank division. How much armor does our tank division have? I'm not sure I can... 43, yeah, that's not an awful lot. That's because we've got some crappy tanks in there. And we don't have air support because the air is busy elsewhere. But I think we can break through to Beirut and then starve them. So that should work. Here, we have pushed them back, I think. And we now need to reinforce this assault. But it looks like we're breaking through to Oran and take that port. So that would be a great victory. Because then we have a supply hub here as well. Because there is already a railway line here, and we will try to keep port hopping here, because that's the first half of the strategic envelopment from or of the supply cutoff. Casablanca is the key here, but that's the job of the first army, breaking through from the south, and they are currently marching through the desert. So everybody else here can pretty much just assist with rolling this up and widening the front a little bit. And see if maybe they can break through and see if they can cut somebody off or something. That would be kind of nice. But we are pushing them out of Oran. And how is it looking here? Okay, I think we have broken through to Beirut. They keep reinforcing. I think we will. They keep trying to reinforce, but I don't know how fast my tank division is. It'll take a while to get through. We're back on the defense again, but I think we should be able to break through here eventually. We will actually counterattack here. No, that's not. I wanted to counterattack there, but that's not really working. Okay, we are once again trying to break through. There's another Spanish division that's been defeated, and now we're assaulting Beirut. So we are gonna need. We're going to need one division here to defend. In fact, make that... Yeah, we have enough. Make that 2 division on the defense. And the offense with the tanks are leading the offense. So even though that's a very strong French division, it can't pierce our tanks. And we might be able to break through there to Beirut and take that off the French. Is that a yeah, that's a French motorized division, very powerful. And okay, we are getting counterattacked here, which means we probably want to counterattack there and see if we can break through there. And everybody else just pin these divisions in place. Who told you to? Oh, are we being pushed back here? That's possible. So let's see if you can push back here and then make your way around to Damascus. But we do need to cut them off here. That is absolutely essential. And it looks like we are struggling to do so. That one French division is extremely powerful. So let's assault along the front line. Everybody just help the breakthrough. And see if we can push them towards Damascus. Okay, what else is happening? Before they can reinforce. Okay, divisions here. Okay, why have you stopped? Oh dear, oh dear. No, you're not supposed to stop. Okay, attack here. We need that port. That attack seems to have failed. So, assault here. We need to break through and take these ports. That is essential. And we also need to break through here. How is the attack here going? Attack here is still going well. Once we might actually split that and take the other half there. Can we actually? No. Just half of you. The other half should go the other way. Yeah, so the other half goes there. Okay, it's because we are out of supply and we need to construct the railway right behind where our troops are moving. To here. Okay, this here concerns me. I think we are running out of steam on the assault on Beirut because of that one French division. And all our attacks appear to be Yeah, these are 6 divisions. Okay, stop the assaults. But, okay, stop the assaults. We need to... They know that Beirut is threatened. I need more divisions. Give me these 4 divisions and assist... No, go around and attack Beirut. The counterattacks here are vicious that they're running. And here we hold for now. We are getting reinforcements here as well, so we might be able to pull them off the line. I think I need the air over there. How is this working out? Yes, okay, let me redirect the Air Force, because that is an absolute critical juncture over here. Bring them... oh, I don't have an airport here. I've got Jerusalem, so I can only get 1, 2, 3, 4 close air support wings over here. And they need to assist in this area. I can, however, bring the 2 fighter wings over to... where do I have an airport here? I can bring them over here and just assist with air superiority. Yeah, this assault is not looking like it's going to succeed. The tanks have been defeated. We need that push to succeed. That is absolutely essential. We need to take Beirut, and it looks like we're actually being counterattacked out of Beirut, and they might be pushing us back here across the line. So we do need reinforcements, and the tanks need to get back in there once they have recovered their organization. And yeah, we're getting defeated here relatively quickly, but we're once again counterattacking. We are concentrating our forces now, trying to... I can't even find my tanks anymore. Well, the tanks are defending right now, which is not ideal. We need infantry over here to defend. So infantry is rolling in. I think they are reinforcing Beirut at this point. So... we need to counterattack. We need these divisions to counterattack Beirut, and we need every available man to get in there and assist with the assault on Beirut. Maybe we can push them out, but they have so many divisions here now because they are now landing the whole force. So Beirut is critical for our survival. So we need everybody on the assault against Beirut. So that initial tank push almost worked. Almost. It was that one French division holding the port, and now they are massively reinforcing. But we might still be able to push these guys out. It'll come down to the wire. And we have some planes in the air now. So these airplanes, I don't have a better airport here, but yeah, we've got some planes in the air, so we've got some fighter cover from the back. This assault is ongoing. We might be able to cut some divisions off here and just keep them pushing out of the mountains. And it looks like we might be able to break here. If we can break them here, that would be ideal, and maybe we can roll them up from the north faster than the south can happen. We have taken the port of Layun, I believe, so we can complete the railway construction up to from here up to there, and that should be a level 2 railway, please. So all railways need to take priority currently. Railway construction is essential. So this push is working, although we are going to start seeing some opposition. So we'll leave one division behind and then continue the push to Sidi Ifni, and these 11 divisions here will assist as well. We do need to get across the rivers here. But we have a supply port now, which is good. I need these divisions to assist here with the push as well. We still need to capture these ports. This port and that port, these 2 ports are completely essential. And because then they're cut off here, and then we can we can collapse this pocket. Everybody out, they're trying to break out in the north, but that's not going to happen. There is a naval invasion on the Upper Nile, which is very annoying. So it looks like Italy in Khartoum. So they are trying to invade here, which means I need to immediately deploy these troops. These are, in fact, just give me these 13. Get them in this army, and these guys are going to have a defensive line along the coast here, because we really don't want to be naval invaded. Think I'm going to extend it north. Okay, that should suffice, and we've got these divisions. No, I need these divisions on that. No, I need. Where did I put them? Here. I need these divisions on that fallback line. So 13 divisions. Can 13 divisions hold this? Probably not. Well, once they get there. Okay. They should be able to hold this. So that should hopefully defeat that naval the naval invasion here in the north, if we actually have these defended. So these need to rush there. Okay. How is it looking here? The defense is working. The problem is the assault is not. So we keep throwing everything we have into that assault on Beirut, and we will try to push them out, but it's going to be a really hard fight. I think we will try to capture Damascus if we can, because they are focusing everything on Beirut. So maybe we can make something happen here and break through in the north towards Damascus, and then assault Beirut from multiple directions. That might be possible. We will see. Anyway, I think that's it for today. The final battle has begun, and it's going to be a tight one. So the battle for the Middle East is definitely heating up, and that seems to be the biggest flashpoint because of that one French motorized division that was dug in Beirut. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.